there is no U.S. military base in Botswana. None. There isn't. There has never been. And there won't be.
Botswana's President Duma Boko has just drawn a fiery red line in the sand, and the entire continent is feeling the tremors. Speaking during the high-stakes visit by South Africa's president, Boko didn't mince words. He looked the rumors straight in the eye and blew them apart with the force of a thunderclap. No diplomatic sugarcoating, no careful hedging, just raw, unapologetic truth. There is no American military base in Botswana. There has never been one, and mark his words, there will never be one on Botswana's sacred soil. The room fell silent as the president dismantled the dangerous gossip that has been circulating for months. With South Africa's leader sitting right there, Boko made it crystal clear that Botswana will not allow itself to become a pawn in anybody's geopolitical chess game. This wasn't just a denial, it was a full-throated rejection of foreign military interference in African affairs, a bold declaration that sovereignty isn't negotiable. Let's listen to this full address.
A U.S. military base in Botswana. To the best of my knowledge and my knowledge of public international law, we always say international law, and we use it to mean public international law, because there's something called private international law. Now, under public international law, a state, a government, communicates in an identifiable way through either its president at the highest level or its officials under authority. When there is such communication, it is authoritative. Now, in relation to this U.S. military air base, there has never, to my knowledge, been any communication from the South African government alleging that there was a U.S. military base in Botswana. And I'm speaking at the official level. There's never been. And so often we are called upon to respond to rumor and gossip passed at certain levels and stages. And it is erroneously ascribed to a state when it is actually not communication from and of that state. I just wanted to make this distinction very clear so that we understand that all these assertions and claims and allegations about the existence of any military base have come at the lowest levels of people either gossiping or genuinely misled, operating under an honest but mistaken belief. Now, this honest but mistaken belief becomes singularly dishonest, where clarification upon clarification has been issued. And in the case of our government, of our country, by the Botswana Defense Force, by the Ministry for International Relations, and other authoritative pronouncements on the matter, that have stated and stated categorically, repeatedly, that there is no U.S. military base in Botswana. None. There isn't. There has never been. And so any claim to the contrary is either informed by lethal ignorance or, as I said, honest but mistaken beliefs, or downright malice, may actually be malicious, peddled by people who want to stir up confusion and hostility. Happily, between the two countries, all those have not attained the objectives, if any there were, of creating a rift between the states. So I make it clear here and now, there is no such military base of the United States in Botswana. There has never been. And there won't be. because of the foreign policy of the country and how it relates with its neighbors, no less the Republic of South Africa.
But listen to what President of South Africa Ramaphosa said.
The utilization of a so-called base in Botswana, I think President Boko has addressed that. And we don't hold the view that there's a US base here that is on the ready to attack the union buildings. What I do know is that Botswana will never allow any of its territory to be utilized to attack its sister country like South Africa. I know that for a fact. I could wake him up at 3 o'clock in the morning and he will confirm that at any given moment. So I don't have a sleepless night about an attack on the union buildings being launched against South Africa from the Botswana territory. We relate on the basis of deep respect, deep recognition for our sovereignty, and also on the basis of great partnership between our two countries. We've characterized it as a long-standing partnership that predates us, that predates even apartheid, that predates colonialism. Our forebears were dealing with each other over centuries, so we are not about to disturb that. If anything, we must